Land of Victoria. I get to Clapton Junction so I can find this war cemetery near Wandsworth, somewhere nearby. So, yeah. It's cost me £7.50 return. So right now I'm at Earlsfield train station in south of London. Now, right over there is Earlsfield Cemetery, where there are various Australian, New Zealand, South African, Newfoundland, Canadian and British war graves. So I'm gonna go check this out because this is the first time I'm ever gonna visit a South African war grave. It's the first time I'm ever gonna visit a Newfoundland war grave. And it's the first time I've ever found an Australian war grave in the United Kingdom. Now this is a really special moment in my history of finding war graves. I've just now found 5 South African war graves, all from World War I. This is C.L. Giddy of the 4th Regiment of South African Infantry, died on Halloween 1916-1933. The Private A.V. Magnuses, 16th Regiment South African Infantry, 16th of September 1916. 372 Corporal J.G. Hammond, 1st Regiment South African Infantry, 13th of June 1916, age 38. H.M. Flynn, 1st Regiment South African Infantry, 3rd of July 1916. Ivan Merle Musker, 3rd Regiment South African Infantry, 8th of August 1916, age 25. So before South Africa became a republic, they were known as the Union of South Africa. So here it says Union is strength, and then it says it in Latin. And how you tell it's South African, you gotta look for the goat head. Well, don't know if it's a goat or it's a. Okay, well it's an animal of some sort. Okay. So right here we have 17 graves of the famous Royal Newfoundland Regiment. If you don't know history, Newfoundland was actually a British territory or a colony up until 1949. So it was separate from Canada. So when you see all the Canadian war graves, they have maple leaves. But if you see the graves of people from Newfoundland, they all have mooses. So these guys, they were sent to Belgium and the Western Front and France, and about 20,000 of them were slaughtered within a matter of days. Some of them came back to England where they died in hospital of their injuries. So they're pretty young, like this one's 21, 20, 24, 20, age unknown, which isn't surprisingly, no age, 23, 19, that's pretty young, like 19, 22, 20, this one here is, he's got no age, S.G. Pike is a common surname in Canada, because I found the grave of a pike in Birmingham, but he's 25, Mr. Heath is 20, Lance Corporal Carter is 23, H.J. Miles was 18, R. Leboeuf was 25, and nurse, this is a rare thing, nurse B. Bartlett, voluntary and detachment Newfoundland contingent, 3rd of November 1918, just before the end of World War I, age 23. She died for those she loved. Now over here is a cross with a famous Newfoundland regiment logo, the moose, like the moose. So South Africans got their antler animals, Newfoundland's got their moose. And the saying is, simple service, simple given, to his own kind in their common need, Kipling. And finally, we have the grave of J.P. Houlihan. Died 6th of February 1925. So he died way after World War I, so he was probably buried here. Now this cemetery in Earlsfield is really Commonwealth. Like, as I already showed you there, that's the Newfoundland Regiment graves. Right here we've got a New Zealander of the Anzac Regiment and 3 Canadians of different groups. So this is Private H.T. Hempstead, the 30th Regiment in Canadian Infantry, died just after World War I ended in 1916. Then this man here, Donald McNaughton, the 10th BN Canadian Infantry, died 24th of June 1915, age 24. C. Torrance, the 8th BN Canadian Infantry, died the 15th of August 1915. Now here are the graves of a handful of Australians. They all died in the UK after serving in Gallipoli and on the Western Front, and they're buried together as like in a band of brothers. They were all pretty young, and the British Empire sent them out to do battle, and they never came home, and they lie on English soil, just like all the others here. This is a rare grave that I've never seen before, of the artist rifles. Private R.M. Murphy died 31st of October 1918, aged 18. So, probably means, if it says artist rifles, it must mean that he was a bit of an artist.